Here we are. Guangdong Province. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Can you see it? Can you see the "You're now leaving Jiangxi" sign? It's so well displayed. It's like better than a welcome center. I don't know what's going on with this area, but I think it gets so hot or something that most of these signs just get baked off. Anyways, I am in Guangdong Province. I have achieved a milestone moment again on the trip. And I'm pretty proud of myself. It's good, it's good. Now I'm gonna head south, almost pretty due south. And then I'm gonna arc over to Shenzhen, which is a little bit to the east. Right now I'm a little bit off course just because of the way the highways are set up. I have to be careful because I can only hold this camera with one hand. Normally I have my GoPro right there, but I thought the occasion called for a better camera, so I'm riding with my big guy. But I'm riding into Guangdong. Once I get to Shenzhen, I think it's still about 3 days away, but once I get there, I'm gonna settle in for a month, relax, take it easy. I don't even know how much you can hear now. Oh, I'm going into 14th gear. No potholes, please. No potholes, please. You know what's great? Momentum. When you can just coast. This thing is so heavy that if I can build up momentum, it is super helpful. I can carry the momentum with me a long way. I mean, if the road is flat, hello, and I'm cruising, I can carry that cruising power, geez, a long way. Like, I don't know, like a half a kilometer sometimes I feel like I have that thrust. And I hate when the road's bad because then you have to stop. You know, you have to stop because you don't want to wreck the bike. And then you just ruined all that momentum. You just threw it in the garbage. Anyways, all right, I gotta go. Later. Chayo. I was just thinking that I love fifth gear. Fifth gear is like my 9-iron. I don't play a lot of golf, but when I do, I found that I lived a lot on my 9-iron. It was useful for a lot of different situations. And the fifth gear of my trike is like my 9-iron. I can shift fifth and keep going at a 15 km/h pace whether I'm on a slight rise or a flat road and tired, it's like my go-to gear. You know, you always want to hit the driver because you get the best distance. You know, that's 14. But sometimes, you know, that wood is not appropriate. You know, shouldn't use it. Like right now, I'm in 9 right now, but I see a slight rise. I know I'm gonna be living in that 5th for a little while. I'm trying not to get down to my my 10, or what would that be, like in golf terms, 10. I never even really used a 10 wedge, but a big wedge, you know, I don't know. You never want to use it because that 9 gives you the distance and it's comfortable. Then you got your putter, you know, that you use at the end, you know, and that's my first gear. I don't like to use my putter as much, so I like try to live in a 5th. Okay, here we go. There we go, 5th. It's still a little hard. It's not like I'm just spinning my feet around, but it's good. This is me today. I'm in the mountains and there's no reception, so I just got some 3G, so I have to post videos from yesterday. So I'm just kind of chilling here, which is a good spot to chill. This is going to be one of the few videos I shoot on the GoPro, hopefully for the next couple of days. I'm experimenting with carrying the big camera ready to go, sound on, right here. And if I ride, I can actually ride pretty good without getting in the way of the camera. I just have to kind of puff my chest out so that it sits right here on my left side. Anyways, I am, oh, upload completed. That's nice. One more video, and then I'm back on the road. I don't know how many times I'll have reception in the next couple of hours. Anyways, I'm feeling really good. Ciao. I'm riding a tricycle around the world. Sometimes I forget that. But then when you realize it, it's a great surprise. 44 kilometers to Xinfeng, my next destination. So I had a bit of luck just there. I ran into a construction zone behind me and it narrowed down to 1 lane. Up until that point, there was quite a lot of traffic, big trucks, heavy things moving really fast. Just the moment I hit that construction zone, traffic ended and it went to a fairly steep downhill, and I coasted through this beautiful ravine for, God, like a kilometer. It was really nice. Now I'm out and I'm just enjoying the sights here. It's a pretty beautiful area. Okay, I have just woken up on my first morning in a city called Xinfeng. This may sound familiar because I was in a city called Xinfeng a few days earlier. Only that Xinfeng was in Jiangxi province, and this Xinfeng is in Guangdong province. Now, China is kind of, if you can think of it this way, split into 2 halves. There's Upper China and then Lower China. And the two have some distinct differences. One of them is that they use language differently. The northern part of China, most of China actually, speaks Mandarin, Putong Hua. But southern China is what you would call Canton, and they speak Cantonese. And you can really hear the distinct differences when they talk. They talk they have a lot of ow at the end of their words. They're drawn out. It's really, really hard for me to understand. I think that just because I'm on the cusp, a lot of people can understand me speaking my Chinese, but as I delve more south, I will lose that, and it'll become harder and harder for me to communicate. I've always relied on the fact that I can communicate with people using my limited Chinese, but now I won't even have that. So it kind of throws a new twist in the situation, because I'll have to depend on body language and things more and more as I get more south. And it's just interesting because it's almost training for when I leave China completely and things start getting really crazy and I get in the Vietnamese countries and I can't speak Vietnamese or Thai or any of that. So I better start brushing up on my Cantonese. I'm about to go and have breakfast, and I already went down there. They didn't have any coffee, that's why I came back to my room. But their breakfast is a lot different from any breakfast I've had in northern China, because they serve dim sum style. And I figure you can come with me and we can figure out dim sum together. Okay, so this is Cantonese style breakfast. And but added in with coffee. I think breakfast is more of a tradition in southern China than it is in northern China. It seems like more people get together, and they've even developed this dim sum culture where if you don't know what I'm talking about dim sum is basically steamed buns. The dim sum is basically steamed buns and dumplings and basically everything steamed in these baskets. And you choose a basket and you have to basically eat whatever's in that basket. There are dumplings stuffed with vegetables, there's some meats. One of them I really like are yellow and they have egg yolk on the inside, super sweet. The cool thing about dim sum is that it's really table service. There's normally a cart that's constantly steaming all of the baskets, and they'll roll it up directly to your table and you can choose which baskets of goodies you'd like. The only problem is, again, like most Chinese food, it's social. So I'm kind of eating on my own, which means I gotta eat everything that's in that basket. The chicken feet, I'm not really understanding of the thrill of eating chicken feet. There is some meat and cartilage, and it's chewy. Chinese just like to eat meat from bone. Speaking of, there are these pork pieces which are steamed. They are good as well. But what I'm excited about, I'll save the best for last, are the baozi. These are shrimp. Actually very good. But my favorite is this. This is a great bun. That yellow dripping sweetness is so good. It's so good that I'm going to turn off this camera and enjoy what I'm eating. See ya.